welcome. I'm Annalise, and I'm very grateful that you're joining me tonight for our yin with aromatherapy. So grab your oil if you're using one. What I'm using tonight is myrrh essential oil. I've got my doTERRA myrrh here, and we're going to honor Mother Earth tonight in our practice. As in all our yin classes, they'll be very passive and there'll be a lot of stillness, holding poses for longer periods of time than you might otherwise if you're in a more active class. So grab your oil, myrrh if you have it, and create a really nice space for yourself. Turn off your phone and get nice and settled, comfortable in your seat on your mat. You may like to have a block with you for this practice. If you haven't got a block, grab a big thick book or two, and that could be used as an alternative. All right, so I'm going to put some myrrh essential oil on the palm of my hand. So grab some oil, rub it between your palms, and then with your eyes closed, cup your hands over your nose and take some nice deep breaths to become present and just to land here and now. And then start to place the oil on your body. You could put it behind your neck, on your pulse points, on your ears. Give your shoulders and neck a little squeeze. Any other parts of your body. It's nice to put this myrrh on your feet, as it is a great way to connect to, or energetically you can connect to Mother Earth with this myrrh essential oil, as do the feet. So as they physically step you through life. There's lots of points there related to all the different systems in the body, in the soles of the feet, so you can really tap in to what's needed in your body when you're placing the oil on your feet. So come to stillness, back in your seat. Relax your palms face down on your thighs. You can even rub your thighs just to really connect to your physicality, and then settle them down. Let the crown float upwards slightly, the chin in, so that you feel nice and tall. And here, just allow your awareness to follow your breath in and out through your nostrils. And so for those of you using essential oils at home, you could put the myrrh oil on your gums if you've got any gum issues or bleeding. You could put it in your moisturizer. It's good for fine lines, thyroid health and the immune system. Putting it on your feet helps with the immune system. If you've got an upset tummy, you could place it on just rub some on your abdomen. And great for wounds, infections, viruses. If you've got congestion, place it on your chest, rub it on your chest. And it's really supportive if you're experiencing depression or anxiety. And it's quite a remarkable experience. I know we all feel the energies of different oils differently as we need them differently. But I find a very sort of potent energy with the myrrh, very grounding, very calming. It's got that really nice, deep, earthy smell. All right, so we're going to come and connect to the earth lying down in Shavasana. You might notice I've got a little blanket set up here for later. Anyway, come down onto your back. We are going to lie down, connect to the earth. Get your shoulders landed evenly, hips even. You can take your arms outward to the side. Let your feet fall outwards too. And this is easier if you're feet are further apart than, or at the same distance as hip width or further apart. It makes it easy for the toes and the legs to just fall outwards, really relaxed and gentle. Take a few deep breaths here. Get settled. Feel the earth, the connection points, the skull, the shoulders, the arms, the back, the bottom, the legs. And just get nice and settled and feel the weight of your body sinking down. I'm just going to take a few moments here, just getting heavier and more connected to Mother Earth. And just finding stillness here, feeling the safety and support of Mother Earth below you. And so using the myrrh, it's a way of connecting, what have we got here? It nurtures the soul's relationship with your maternal mother and with the earth. And so if you've got any mother-child bond issues, any trauma from the past, myrrh is very supportive of bringing that sort of warmth and nurturing qualities of a mother into your experience. And so, yeah, sometimes when you do sort of had some kind of trauma or something as a child in that bond, you can lose that childlike ability to trust. And so the myrrh helps you regain that feeling of safety and trust. So you can let go of the fear that sometimes replaces the trust. So now we're just sinking into the ground, bones are heavy, body's relaxed, totally supported by Mother Earth. Feel how grounded you are, how you are not going to fall off. You're not going to fall off the earth. She's got you. Just sink in. I'm going to keep this connection to the earth lying on our backs, but change our position so our body looks like a banana. So keep the hips where they are and just walk the heels off to the left. You can play with putting the left ankle over the right ankle or the other way around if you prefer, or just keep the legs next to each other. And then the arms go overhead. You can hold on to one wrist with the other hand and just shimmy the shoulders over to the left as well. So now the whole right side of the body is open up, but the body, the shoulder blades are still connected to the earth, the hips are connected to the earth, and either both heels or just one heel is connected to the earth also. And as you lie here, just allow the right lung to receive breath. Feel the space open up as the inhale is received and expands within the body. And contracts as the breath is released. Continue to let the body be held, totally supported. And here we can stretch out the whole right side, down from the right outer foot, right hip, waist, rib cage, armpit. And even if the head sort of goes a little to the left, like left ear to left shoulder, that can also open up the right side of the neck. The breath can be nice and even here, so you find that rhythm, the steadiness of the breathing. And take another few breaths, filling up the right side lung. And just letting that lung deflate. And on an inhalation, keeping the hips still, we'll just bring the shoulders back to center and the legs back to center. Bend the right knee and take the left hand across to the right knee and bring it across your body. The right arm can remain overhead. You can bend the knees into the chest and sway from side to side, making some organic movements to support the lower back. And then come back to Shavasana. Just notice the difference in the left side of your body and the right side. And we're going to get more balance now. So take the legs, the heels over to the right, keeping the hips where they are. And if you want to hook the right ankle over the left or the left over the right, you can try that here too. And then take the shoulders over to the right also, holding the opposite wrist with the other hand, and maybe taking the right ear to the right shoulder. And this time, inviting your awareness to locate the left lung and notice that expansive inhalation. And release in the exhale. So we're going to breathe here in this beautiful lateral spinal stretch that actually also stretches out the left side of your leg, hip, waist, and rib cage, armpit, and the left side neck. Stay present, allow the mind to witness the breath, moving in and out through the nostrils, into that left lung. Let's take another nice deep breath in, nice and deep down into the belly. And releasing. And bring the shoulders and head back to center. Release your heel if it's hooked over the ankle, and then just come back to center. Take the right hand and reach for the left knee as it bends in towards you, and twist over to the left. So the left knee crosses over the body and the gaze can turn to the left. This is called twisted root pose in yin yoga. Twisting out all the muscles around the spine, renewing any stagnation, moving through stagnation, squeezing out any areas of stuck energy, supporting digestion. And so the shoulders are connected to Mother Earth here, feeling into the safety that she holds for us. Follow the breathing here for a few more rounds. And after your next full inhale and exhale, that's when we'll start to unravel Come back to center. Take both knees, bend them, and reach your hands to hold the knees, and start to make circular motions with your knees. Circling around the sacrum on the ground. Maybe even thanking Mother Earth for this support that she holds for us. It's such a nice massage. Now here's where you'll need your block or your books if you're using them instead. Take your feet onto the mat in line with your hips. Feel your feet on the ground, wiggle your toes, and then feel them pressing down into Mother Earth. Press down, lift the hips up. You can even take a big open sort of bridge pose just to really stretch out the front body. And then place your block underneath the sacrum and rest your body there. Now your arms can splay outwards or they can hold your belly. When we splay our arms outwards, it invites the external rotation of the shoulders, which is just really nice because it sort of is a counter to how we often sort of hunch inward. And so when we find that external rotation in the shoulders, then that encourages a nice open chest, open heart, energetic heart, that space of love and compassion and receiving and giving, acceptance of self and others. So we want to invite an openness here whenever we can, not just for the physical body, but for our energetic body. And so again, you are being held. You don't need to hold yourself up here. So let yourself go. Let the weight of your body be resting in the support of the block under your sacrum and Mother Earth underneath your feet, your shoulders, your skull, and your arms perhaps too. So this is a really nice stretch for the lower back. Like a little bend. Take another few deep breaths here, just feeling how supported you are. Okay, so again, connect to the earth through your feet. Press down through your feet so your hips rise up. I'm getting even more of a bend there. And then take that block out. You can take a few moments stretching out the front body here in a full bridge, or when you're ready, just let the hips land. Take your feet nice and wide on your mat, right to the edges. And then exhale your knees to the left. And inhale them back up to center. And then exhale, knees to the right. You get the idea. Just take a few windshield wiper motions from side to side. You're welcome to turn your gaze away from your knees falling to the ground as well, just for a little bonus neck stretch. And come back to center. We're going to roll onto our tummies now. In fact, I think I've got my blanket at the wrong end, so I'm just going to take this little pre-arranged blanket down and take my belly to the floor. Let's come to a Sphinx position. You can have your elbows under your shoulders, and if you'd like a little bit less of a back bend, that's okay. Take your elbows forward, no problem. You can either have your hands pressing down or interlace your fingers, or you can have your crown upright or resting down. So tune into your body. What do you need today? So this just gets into that mid-spinal space. Here we can still have a nice open heart, nice broad collarbone, depending on the position that you've chosen. Close down the eyes and experience the breath moving in and out of your body. Notice everything. Where does the breath land? Where does it expand? What is its texture like today? Alright, so I'll show you, we're going to come into a resting pose just by taking I'll show you on this side. So take your left knee out to the side like a frog and let your right cheek rest on the ground, or your left. You can have right or left cheek on the ground depending on how your neck feels. And just take a few restful breaths here. This might somewhat resemble a sleeping position for some of you, because it is a very relaxed way to lie on the ground or in bed or on your yoga mat. Very gentle. Yet still opening for the hip and beautiful for the neck. Let's come back to a Sphinx position now. Straighten out both legs. Come back onto the forearms. Notice how this one feels. If you were further forward in the first one, you might like to try bringing the elbows more aligned under the shoulders this time, just to notice if that's available now. And we'll take about 3 breaths here, nice and long and full. And you can stay right here for the next few breaths, or take your hands forward and out a little bit. Press into the floor, into a seal pose. This is really good for massaging the belly, and it gets a deeper bend into the spine there. And breathe nice and steady. And then we'll come to rest in that position that we're in on the left side, on the right. So this time the right knee bends and comes out to the side like a frog leg. And then just take your left cheek or right cheek to the mat, whatever feels good for you. And take a few restful breaths here. Just connect to Mother Earth here. Feel her and notice Earth energy. And that is stability, security. And she's your foundation. All right, let's bring everything back to center. Actually, bend your knees and just windshield wipe your feet from left to right side a few times. And then a couple of options here. You can come into a child's pose, knees wide, sinking hips down to the heels. Or you can come into frog leg position just by taking the knees out a little bit wider. I'm trying to get the inner feet on the ground. And that some of you might really hate this pose, and that's okay. I get it. But it can feel really juicy, and with the breathing we can really get calm and relaxed as much as we can. We want to listen to the body. This one can bring a lot of sensations to the forefront. And if you're like, okay, that's good, you come back to child's pose, bringing the feet into touch rather than having them like frog legs out to the side. Another breath in and out. Being very gentle here as you bring your legs in one at a time. Come up onto your hands and knees and just move the body a little, stretch it out. You can move the spine, you can stretch the legs out. All right, beautiful. Let's come into our seat. We'll come into a butterfly pose, feet together, knees swinging outward. Sit tall. Exhale, fold forward. Feel free to put a block in between your feet and your body for extra support. And here we're working into the hips once more. Well, this is we haven't done heaps of hippie things, so this is going to be nice. Just to bring an external rotation into the hip sockets. And when we're working with the hips, we're working with our sacral chakra, which is our place of creativity, womb space for women, and even for men. There's a sort of genetic blueprint. You can imagine there's that womb space, even if it's not physically there. And that's a place of creativity, wild creativity. And so that's another very beautiful aspect of the feminine. So thank you, hips, for, doing more for us than we might even realize. When we're moving our bodies these ways, we can think about the physical body and what it does, but it's always nice to consider the energetic element as well. So come out slowly. And just move. You can take your feet wide, lean back on your hands. Let's just do a little counter movement here, side to side with the legs, the knees. Beautiful. Come down onto your back, please. And take your hands behind your thighs, and you can bring your feet and knees out a little bit wide and just sort of rock from side to side. So this is sort of first level happy baby. If you want to go a little deeper, you can reach inside the legs for the outside of the feet. So the knees are bent and directed down to the ground, soles directed to the sky. And then just sway in this way, side to side. Really nice way to connect to Mother Earth here through the lower back. Our root chakra space, Muladhara chakra, that energy center that holds, those qualities of stability and security and foundation that Mother Earth provides for us. And we'll come down to rest here. So final resting position now. Gather any props that you'd like to rest in great comfort for the next few minutes. You may like to just lay your body flat on the ground. Sometimes we use bolsters under the knees, pillows under the head, but when we're lying on the ground, on the earth, connected this way, we can really tap into those beautiful qualities that we've talked about, that Mother Earth holds for us, and feel it sort of more acutely than when we're all cushioned up. Take any time or movement or size to come to stillness. Back to where we started, Shavasana. Feel your skull on the ground, both shoulders, both arms, your bottom, your legs. Let the weight of your bones be heavy. And find a lightness in your brow, your forehead. Smooth out any lines that may exist there. Relax the jaw. And let the whole body rest now. Let your body be held in the palm of Mother Earth. Safe and secure. And for the next little while here, I'll invite you just to cultivate some gratitude for Mother Earth, just experiencing within you the joys that you receive from the earth, and how she supports you. And as you lie here, just slowly invite deeper breathing into your body, and slowly invite movement back. Stretch out the arms, the legs, have a yawn. Hug the knees into the chest. And slowly make your way over to the fetal position, resting on your side. Just notice how you feel. And then use an inhalation to press your body up to a seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Come to sit on the earth, steady and still, hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your heart. And thank you so much for joining me today in honoring Mother Earth and our relationship with our femininity. Namaste.